Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be covering one of the most frequently asked questions I am asked when I'm at a training session, and that is, what kind of treats do I use? So there are many different types of treats to use. I always recommend to have a variety in your treat pouch. Make sure you have some soft, some chewy, some crunchy treats, different flavors, different brands of treats. If you have a variety, it gives your dog more of a incentive. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of the soft treats I use, a little bit of the freeze-dried is one of my favorites to use, and some of the biscuits we use. Biscuits aren't typically a training treat, but sometimes it's nice to give them just a little thing to chew on and eat, especially if you're in a high distractive area like a park, something like that. As always, treats are done in moderation. These aren't a meal replacement. You can use your dog's kibble in a training session to have them work for their kibble. That's fine too, but treats should be done in moderations as a high reward for training. When it comes to treats, you want to use the high reward treats when you are first training a specific command or trick, or when you're working with your dog that is harder for them to learn or they're just learning. You want to use the high reward treats. When they start knowing a command like sit, you can have them sit before letting them out. Sit and stay before you feed them. Working for real life reward. You can also start giving lesser value treats, less motivating treats, like the crunchy just plain biscuits or things like that, once a dog knows a command. But when you're first teaching them something new, that's when you want to use the high reward treats. So today we're going to go over some of these treats. I'll have an Amazon affiliate link for all the treats I have here down in the description below. So first we're going to talk about the soft chewy treats. These are your typical training treats. If you go into a store and you ask them what kind of training treats do you have, these are where they're going to direct you. So the most common I see people get and have is Bill Jack. They have a wide variety of treats, and one thing I really like about Bill Jack is they have treats for small dogs. I think it's called like Little Jack or something. But Bill Jack, they're pretty good. My Westie Nichols, he is allergic to chicken, and Bill Jack does have a lot of chicken in their products, along with chicken fat, which is a common preservative. So we don't use Bill Jack as much here, but it is the most common I see as far as training treats on the market. The one I use the most common is the Train Me treats. They're a small, meaty treat, and I like these because they're a limited ingredient treat. They also break up pretty easy. So again, if you wanted a smaller dog size, good boy, high five, good job. Those are what I use most common. One thing I like about Train Me treats, even though they're all about the same size, they do have a little bit of variety in flavors and that kind of thing. But they have salmon flavor, which when it comes to the small meaty treats, you don't find too many fish flavored ones. Salmon's very good for skin and coat, and it's just all around good nutritional ingredient. And like I said, these have very limited ingredient training treats, and they also have a grain-free version. I typically use the bacon at my training sessions, but they do have a variety. They do have grain-free. Another good one that I think is a little underrated is the Milk Bone Trail Mix. So what I really like about this is that it has a huge variety in that one package. The little bones give the crunchiness of it, and then they also have little beef jerky strips, and they break up pretty easy as well. So if you have a smaller dog, you can break them up. And they also have these little sweet potato rings. They're even softer than the beef jerky. They break up very, very well. and they're just sweet potato as well. And all of that is in the one little trail mix pack. So I really like that. It gives you a variety. So if you didn't have time to get a variety for your training pouch, you could just pick up a bag of this, pour it in there, and just select as random, and it gives you that variety. Next, we're going to talk about my all-time favorite training treats, freeze-dried treats. With freeze-dried, they have a lot of variety as well. Different flavors, different brands. A Canine, Origin, and Stella and Chewy are your most common freeze-dried treat brands, but they do make a lot of other brands as well. The Stella and Chewy Boost Mixers and the Instinct Raw Boost Mixers is what I typically have at a training session. The reason I use the meal mixers compared to actual freeze-dried treats is because it's a meal mixer, so it comes in bigger bags, smaller treats, so I can stretch my dollar that way. You can stretch your dollar that way too as well. But the Acana and the Origin, there's like Pure Raw, there's all sorts of raw treats out there. They make actual treats. So the actual treats, they're going to be limited ingredient, where the meal mixers are going to have more like fruits and vegetable raw as well mixed into it. But this is the Stella and Chewy meal mixer compared to the Instinct Raw Boost Mixer. So the Instinct Raw, which is the smaller one, they are smaller, so might be better for your Yorkies, Chihuahuas, toy poodles, smaller breeds. This is going to be your best bet. But with the Stella and Chewy, they break up really well. Same with the treats. So the Acana freeze-dried, this is the actual like treat, so it's a bit bigger, but it breaks up easy as well. Freeze-dried is a limited ingredient as well, which makes it a higher quality treat. Raw food is actually very good for your dog. I haven't found a dog yet that isn't motivated by freeze-dried treats. They all seem to really like them very well. They might prefer a different flavor over another one, but they all seem to typically like freeze-dried. When at my training session, those seem to be the dog's favorite over the training treats. Next, we're going to be talking about small training treats that have a little bit of a crunch to it. So some dogs prefer something that's more crunchy than soft. They do have treats for that as well. One of our favorites is the 3 Dog Bakery Minis. They're just a small, like, normal 3 Dog Bakery Oreo treat that is just a small little treat. The crunchy treats take a little bit longer to eat because they have to actually crunch them down and eat them. Where the soft treats, they can just kind of easily take it, easily get it. But some dogs prefer that little bit of a crunch. The Milk-Bone Trail Mix that we talked about a little bit earlier, like I said, they have those little trail mix grain bone things. And the Milk-Bone Minis are also this exact size, but they are the flavors of normal milk bones. They also make the Old Mother Hubbard. They have mini bones as well. Again, they're a little bit bigger if you had a smaller dog, but this is a variety pack and same type of concept. You can have like a variety in your training pouch. It's better for motivation for the dog. And then, like we were talking about with the raw coated, we have the Stella and Chewy raw coated biscuits is also a very good biscuit for your dog. So next we're going to move on to the bigger biscuits. So these are the things you would give them, like, in comparison to, like, if you have a cupcake or you have a bowl of ice cream. Like, this is just something to have in moderation, a treat. I like to give them a bigger biscuit at the end of a training session, or if we're in the car ride home or to a park, just because we're out and about, gives them something to kind of snack on. But these are just a moderation. All treats, all training treats are moderation. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, you can use the kibble, but these are all moderation. With the bigger biscuits, they are definitely moderation. But regular milk bones, we get the peanut butter kind. They have some that are like soaked in gravy. They have some that are, different meat flavors. We get the peanut butter because they do have chicken fat as a preservative, and a lot of the other ones, the peanut butter ones, don't as much. I think the pink peanut butter ones, I forget what the flavor is. Bacon peanut butter. This has chicken fat as a preservative. But the regular peanut butter ones, Nichols can have, doesn't have chicken fat in it. These are some of our favorite biscuits. My dog's all-time favorite biscuits are the bigger version of one of the biscuits you just saw for the smaller ones, the Three Dog Bakery Classic Creams. They like the carob and peanut butter the best. Carob, when you see those fancy treats and they look like it has chocolate on it, it's not chocolate, it's carob. Carob is a dog-friendly, it's not chocolate, but dog-friendly chocolate, I guess, for lack of better words. The Old Mother Hubbard that I showed as the crunchy biscuits as well makes a bigger version as well. A lot of products, like if they have a train treat, they'll have a biscuit. Trainee treat, I don't think does, and I don't think Bill Jack does. But the raw coated's a biscuit. There's just tons of biscuits to choose from. There's tons of training treats to choose from. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I filmed some stores, and their treat aisles, they go for miles. And treats, there's so much to choose from. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of what our favorites were. Let me know in the comments below what your guys' favorite was. Hit the like button to let me know that you liked this video and you would like to see more like it. Let me know also in the comments what you would like to see for future videos. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another video. So, yeah, I will see you at my next video.